Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? What's up, everybody? This is a good old Friday. Friday. It's a great day already. I'm saying that so I can have one. Glad to see everybody. How everybody has supported the channel and just rock with us from day one. Yeah, I've been at this for a little while now. I would say a few years. Just started coming on live not too long ago. Just kind of talking as people come in. But yeah, come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. And this Apple channel has it's given me the ability to just to add value, to give people help. I answer questions almost daily. I try to get to every comment. That's just the name of the game for me. I'm gonna be an asset to the community that I serve, which is YouTube. So it's the largest community in the world, so today in this topic, I'm going to talk, and yesterday, or I say earlier this week, I did talk about Apple products and their accessories and how accessories are excessive in price. Now, I don't know how in the world you can have an accessory of a computer product be north of $100, $200, but Apple has seemed to make that happen, right? So Apple's done it again. And through the years, I've used these accessories. I'm gonna get into a little bit about external hard drives. We'll talk about trackpads. We'll just talk about workflow in general and how I've sort of approached it. Now, I love the fact that Apple's accessories are, they're top of the line. You're not, what you're buying, you're sort of not buying cheap. You're not buying crap, This one instance, it was a nightmare. I was working for a company and we were attempting to use a USB hub. So what this USB hub does now, it was, I don't even want to name the name. I think it was a Belkin hub. And the gentleman that I was working with attempted to plug this in. Well, he didn't attempt, he actually did. He plugged in the Belkin hub and commenced to turn the computer on. And it started smoking. The computer started smoking like it was a real big, like a real foul smell. And nevertheless, needless to say, what happened with that? It was an iMac. That iMac was never to be used again. The computer was destroyed. Taught me a very valuable lesson about using accessories when you're in your workflow with Apple products. And that lesson is you never want to use products outside of Apple that are not actually Apple certified or Apple certifiable products. Now, certifiable means, it doesn't necessarily mean that, an Apple technician looked at it or whatever and it's certifiable. No, you go online and do your research and confirm that these accessories are generally compatible with Apple products. My lesson was, and thankfully it was not my computer. We did have to replace that computer, I think they got it fixed or whatever. I want to say it fried the motherboard by using a generic accessory that was not Apple's. So the lesson for me was not to ever use anything outside of Apple products. And while I know in general Apple products, or Apple accessories rather, are just hugely expensive. They're accessories that are excessive, and I'm going to be saying that throughout this video. You're using an Apple product and an Apple accessory, they're excessive in price. There's no way or any reason that you should be paying the price that you're paying for Apple Apple accessories. So that was a lesson to me. So from there on, I just vowed to only use Apple products. Now, you know, Apple doesn't, or Apple accessories, I keep saying Apple products. Apple doesn't, they don't make an external hard drive. So the hard drive accessories that I use are Lacy hard drives. They are perhaps the best. Now, I did have one faulty Lacy. I had one faulty Lacy product or an external drive, and it wasn't good. Thankfully, I just caught the fact that it was faulty. That's another thing. When you're using product and you can tell right away if it's faulty or not. If it's gonna work, if it's not gonna work, don't try to sit there and deal with it. Just cut your losses and move about your way. Move on. Don't even try to justify, and I don't care the price. I don't care the price, because you know the other things that you bought and purchased that work, and they work just fine, right? If something is not working, you buy an accessory at a store, you take that thing back, because it's possible for it to happen, right? I don't believe in just because one company's accessory or item or computer or product they put out, if it's faulty, the whole company's faulty. Like, that's, you know, there's a certain percentage of products that come out are not good. Now, for Apple's case, we hope it's, you know, like 1 to 2% that are faulty that they're releasing, right? But so I do use Lacy external hard drives. I endorse Lacy. This isn't a pitch for you to go out and buy Lacy, but coincidentally, Lacy is just like Apple. It's also expensive. These external hard drives, I'm pretty much using, for the most part, solid state hard drives with my Apple products. Lacy's, they're called SSDs, and they're expensive. You could get like a terabyte or like a terabyte for like a little bit over, maybe $100, something like that, brand new. I mean, please also know that I don't buy these things new. Now, there's no way in the world I'm buying these things new. I just don't do. I don't even buy my Apple products, half of them new. So take from that what you will. But anyway, accessories, that's one accessory that I use with Apple products that's non-Apple. But if we're talking about Apple cords and trackpads, I have screens and monitors, but you know, screens and monitors are like, they're the cheapest thing ever now. You can buy a TV, 32-inch TV for $60. So I'm not even really gonna talk about that. In terms of workflow, now I do want to buy a USB hub, and I've got to research it, because the two iMacs that I use for work and that I have, the ports and the ports and the hub, the port station is located in the back of the computer. It's located in the back of the computer, and you know, that's it. They always have been located there. Those ports have always been there, but it's just an inconvenient location, because if you're sitting, you're facing the computer, you're doing your work, you got to reach around each time. And I mostly, I have like my speakers hooked up into the USB port. I have my hard drives hooked up. It's just inconvenient to try to have to go behind your computer to hook up or unhook up cords. It's just not so I definitely want to have a port that just I can have on the side. I should have got one before now, but I'm telling you, that story, guys, if you didn't hear the story I had that I talked about before, that story about hooking up that faulty hub and basically frying the computer. That scared me. Like, I was like, I do not want that to happen to me. And it had happened twice. Like, it happened another time. Another friend of mine, like, we're just hooking up stuff, and it's like, no, make sure it's compatible. You know, make sure you're not getting anything faulty. So, you know, I have a MacBook Pro, which I use. I'm going to have this weekend, so I've got to, you know, do some work mobilely. I do have a USB hub that's really nice. I forget the name of it. Oh man, I forget the name of it. I'll maybe leave it in the description. But this hub is really nice, and it kind of expands my ports. The MacBook Pro that I purchased, it's like a 2018, and it only has the USB-C ports on it. I think it's got two on each side, which that was a time when Mac was trying to like do away with ports. I don't know what they were doing, but this company that makes the USB extended hub, that expands your ports out to, you know, HDMI, to USB-C, of course, also to what's the other? Yeah, it expands to USB-A, I think. So there's a USB-A, which is the larger port, and USB-C, which is the universal port. So I use that on my MacBook Pro. Now, Apple, speaking of USB ports, or USB-C, Apple just recently, within the past few years, finally switched over to USB-C like everybody else in the world has. Because quite frankly, they didn't want to give up that power. They didn't want to give up they didn't want to give up the money. You know how much money they probably were making on these Apple's their own iPhone cords, the lightning cables. How much money? Oh my goodness. They were basically forced to have to switch because it was a part of this big lawsuit, big judgment out against Apple. And so in result, they had to sort of switch. But yeah, guys, let me know where you're watching from. Like and subscribe to the channel. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Tell me what are some great accessories that you know of, that you see. I do not like, so this is probably, I don't know, this one accessory I can't stand. And when it first came out, it was like, it looked really nice, it looked really sleek. But Apple's trackpad, which costs like $200, I do not like the trackpad at all. I halfway don't like trackpads on MacBook Pros. But it has, Apple sells, they sell an accessory, a trackpad that you use. You of course use your fingers to act as the mouse, and it's touch sensitive. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So that's one thing. The other thing is, of course, years ago Apple came out with its iPad, which is all touchscreen. I'm kind of sort of still waiting for a touchscreen computer from Apple. I know they don't need to really get into it, and I feel like that technology is a little bit old, but I think it'd still be kind of cool to have an Apple touchscreen. Of course, they jumped over touchscreens all together, and that technology is sort of a little bit old, a little bit dated, and they're more or less using they're using sort of virtual space and virtual technology with the Vision Pro that they have out. By the way, which I went on Apple's website to look at the Vision Pro. Y'all follow me, you already know how I feel about the Vision Pro. They're still selling it. Yep, they're still selling it. So I don't know what those sales look like. But all in all, my my hope is that, you know, whatever accessory you use, you know, that it helps your workflow. Never get an accessory that's gonna not help you. It's gonna keep you from achieving whatever it is that you need to do. If you're actually working, if you're actually working and constructively on it, and you're just not, it's just not for entertainment. If it's for entertainment purposes, then, you know. And I understand gamers and all of that that play and use Apple products. Man, I will tell you this. I have a Kensington trackball, and I have a love-hate relationship with the Kensington trackball. Speaking of gamers, so I don't game, but I do have a trackball. It's a mouse, but it's a trackball. It's got a little red ball that you, it's like ergonomics. You can scroll or whatever. That thing, I still have not gotten used to it. Maybe I don't use it enough, but I still just use the old school mouse. Like, it's fine. It's cool. Like, mouse is just fine. No worries there. So yeah, let me know. Let me know what accessories you guys use. What you've purchased in the past. Like, you know, of course I got. Go check out my video of the 3-in-1 charger. It's got a little tower stand. That's the 3-in-1. You can charge your phone, your watch, and your iPods all at the same time. It's a pretty nice accessory. I love it. They clearly made that accessory for Apple, and I'm all about companies that are like, okay, we know Apple can't sell absolutely everything like Walmart, so we're gonna make an accessory to sort of cater to folks who use Apple products, you know. So anyway, but yeah, man, that was pretty much it. You guys enjoy your week and your weekend, and I'm about to get my day started. So we'll talk to you guys on the other side, man. I'll see you guys next week, next Tuesday. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm here. 6:40 a.m. in the morning. Give me a shout. Let me know again where you got coming from, where you're watching, and don't forget to check out my channel. Check out my reviews. I've got plenty of content that you can binge watch. Plenty of content. Cool. All right, guys, it's been real. Talk to you soon. All right. See ya.